Hello, Alex Crockford here, and today I want to show you what stretches are best to do after you've just been running. I've been running a little bit more recently. I've got a half marathon coming up, and the other day I was doing my stretches after my run. I thought this would be a great simple thing to show you guys, because it's a question that I receive all the time: what stretches to do after your workouts, after your runs. So let's talk about a run. A run is mainly obviously a lower body exercise, upper body as well, but I think for the stretches you want to focus on mainly the lower body muscles. So let's take you through a little lower body stretch routine after you've gone for a run, starting from the bottom upwards. So first of all, you want to focus on the calf, the back of the lower leg, and I like to do my stretches standing after a run, usually leaning against a wall, but you don't have to use a wall. But for example, with this calf stretch where you hold onto the wall, push one heel backwards here, drive that heel into the floor. By using the wall, you're able to lean forwards a little bit more, take this leg forwards and drive that heel back. Lengthen this leg and push your hips forward whilst trying to keep that heel on the floor. And that's great for stretching the calf, which is done reps and reps and reps from springing up off the ground as you run. So this is a great one to do. And if you're looking to just release the muscle from the stretch and the lactic acid build up, then a good 15-20 seconds is good. But if you find that you are over tight in that area and you want to increase your flexibility, then you can stay a little bit longer and just hold for a minute or two. So after you've finished your calf stretches, let's move up the back of the leg into the hamstring group, which again, it's good to use. I use my fence sometimes, or levels about this high or a little bit higher, depending on how flexible you are. Sometimes I use just the floor, but sometimes I use levels like this. So for example, if you can have a fence or a block of some form, this is a great way to get the leg up higher, and then you can really feel that hamstring stretch even more. From here, keep the leg straight, relax your leg, stand up tall from your hips. You don't want to be crunching down in the stomach and the back. Stand up tall, and depending on your flexibility, you might be able to lean all the way over that leg or reach down to your toes, but just try to relax. If you're holding tension, you're not going to be able to increase your flexibility or get that good stretch. So relax the muscle, sit up tall, and feel those hamstrings. You might even feel the calves still in that position. And again, hold for 15-20 seconds, or if you really have tight hamstrings, then hold it a little bit longer. And as it releases, take a deep breath and then just ease a little bit further and get that stretch all the way up the back. Okay, I'm just going to switch legs to show you the next one. So if I was already in this hamstring stretch here, from here you can just twist inwards, turn your foot slightly, and then you've changed the angle in the leg from a hamstring stretch now to a groin adductor stretch. These very narrow, thin muscles in here are particularly tight for me, and are of course used in a lot of exercises, especially running, and they get so tight right in that groin area. So from here, again with the last hamstring stretch, you want to stay up tall, try to relax this muscle group, and again, this can be done on the floor in this position if you're not using a pole or a fence or something, but up here you're able to get an even better stretch. And again, hold that position, and if you need to increase the stretch, get your foot up higher on another level, or maybe use this leg to sit down even further and get that big stretch in the middle for your groin. Okay, so let's move on into the front of the leg in the big quadricep groups. So again, you can hold on or just stand and simply lift one leg up, bring that knee towards the other knee. You see, I'm wearing black so you can't really see, but bring this knee towards the other knee, soften the standing leg, hold on to something if you like, and from your hips, try not to let your hips sit backwards. You want to open up the body, ease your hips forwards, and pull the heel towards your bum. Standing up tall, softening this leg, and try to again relax the leg. So we're not only stretching the quads, but the hip flexors too. We're going to do another stretch for the hip flexors, but you're going to get some work in there with this one as it is, because you could bend that leg and then start to tilt forwards as well, which is going to increase the stretch depending again on your current flexibility. And again, hold for a good 15, 20, 30 seconds. You'll know when it starts to ease off and relax, and you can feel it if you've got particularly tight quads or any other muscles. Okay, so before we go to hip flexors, let's now work on the big glutes muscles, your bum. So now this stretch can be done in a variety of ways, but after a run, as I said, I like to be standing, so again I can hold on to a wall or a fence and simply bring one foot up above your knee like this, stand on the strong leg and then sit down. And this position you want to be in like a nice figure 4 position. Sit up tall in your stomach and your hips and then drop down low until you feel that big stretch across your hips and glutes there. But try not to collapse in the stomach and the back. You want to stay up tall in your stomach, and you can start to lean forwards, but keep that good posture. And again, if you're holding on to something, that really helps, but you could be on the floor in that pigeon position, in a very similar position to this, with your leg up nice and high, and then come out of there and make sure you switch into the other side. So let's now move on into the hip flexors, and they have already been a little bit stretched in that quad stretch, but now let's go into another one where you take a big step backwards onto the floor. I'm okay on the concrete because I'm wearing leggings, but if you've got a mat or a soft ground, it's a lot easier, so be careful of your knees. I could use a mat, I've got one in the corner there. But from here, again, it's quite useful holding on to something, but you don't have to. You want to lean forwards in this leg. You might even get some good calf stretch at the front here, but we are focusing on the front of the hips, pushing your weight forwards, and then the more you stay upright and lift your chest, you're going to lengthen that whole front line that's being lengthened by that leg being back here. If you're down here, you're not going to get a stretch. If you're up here, without crunching in the back, just sitting up tall and easing your weight forwards, you're going to get that big hip flexor stretch. And you're going to increase the stretch even more if you then lift up that arm or both arms, but mainly the arm that's on the side of the leg, to lengthen the hip flexors even more, because all of these muscles and tissues are connected. So when you lengthen the whole line, you're going to get a great stretch. You see in yoga, you see everyone lengthening the whole entire bodies, and that's the same thing here. It doesn't just stop here. You want to lengthen the whole line and reach as high as you can. So that's a really simple stretch routine that you can add to your running workout at the end of your runs, or any lower body workout really. So I hope that is useful for you. If so, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and comment below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you are looking for a training program to help your running fitness, then please check out my Crockford fitness programs for home training programs, gym training programs, core training programs, all at alexcrockford.com. So that's it for now. See you next time.